Today we're talking about SR cooler that turns into a SSR cooler. I mean, where do I even begin with this unit? He does extreme damage while starting out with 1500 attack and defense at the start of turn. And he is a version difference unit where he does have prodigies on global and on JP as cold judgment. Do cooler units have cold judgment? Let me go ahead and take a quick look. I mean, yeah, they do. Okay. So Golden Cooler has it. The AGL cooler from the Barber Shop has it. The AGL cooler from the World Tournament, I believe, has it. This Tech cooler has cold judgment. Okay. So coolers do have cold judgment. Although STR cooler doesn't have cold judgment. Okay. And for prodigies, cooler having prodigies? Really? I thought that was like mainly for Frieza. Is he the only cooler unit that has prodigies? He might be. Yeah. He actually might be the only cooler that has prodigies, which is interesting. I could be wrong though, because I'm not checking every single cooler, but yeah. Wow. Guys, it's like, uh, okay. No prodigies, but they do have version differences. So this guy comes out in July of 2015, and I would like to assume that he had some sort of use case because this guy was one of the first SRs in the game. I mean, one of the first. I mean, look at him. He's from July of 2015 on JP. Even though, of course, the game starts in February, but I mean, come on, guys, this is just crazy. And of course, on Global, he comes out prior to October 30th of 2015. Damn, these 2015 units really got some ugly art. Like, you take a look at his, it's like it looks so just, it looks too like saturated. It looks a little looks gross to me, to be honest. I think all like old school Dokkan arts look a little fuzzy. I don't know. This looks a little bad because I want to take a look at someone that has that specific example, that being the Tech Perfect Cell, which is right over here. He's an example of having like bad 2015 art because I mean, look, it doesn't even fully fill his card. So I mean, SR Cooler, I mean, how does he perform during the leader skill slash Dokkan event meta? I would like to assume that he was a pretty okay option because back in July of 2015, there wasn't really lots of options, and I'm pretty sure people made a do of what they had, and this guy had a place somewhere, right? Although he only has one, two, three, four links. Because, is it really four links? Because technically, on JP, he has Cold Judgment, and on Global, he has Prodigy. So it's one, two, three, four links? Really? Let me go on over to this SR Cooler before he gets awakened. Ah, okay, okay. So regardless, for both versions, he'll have a Cold Judgment. But when he goes into his SSR, okay, so it's still four links technically, right? Because there's two version exclusive links for each other, right? Okay, so I would like to assume this guy did well back in 2015. I mean, 1500 attack and defense at the start of the turn while doing extreme damage and giving tech and in type 25% attack. I'm telling you guys, when it comes to like these 2015, 2016 units, my OGs will come out the cut and tell me that I'm wrong, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that this guy actually did well somewhere. Him starting out with 1500 attack and defense at the start of turn is way better than him starting out with 2 key when HP is 99% or below, because that would be just pretty wonky. So this guy is clearly not working in today's meta. Imagine bringing this guy into the red zone. Now, I know there are people out there who would do a challenge run with this guy in the team and win. There is someone out there who would do it. And I don't know who would do it, but you are a crazy person if you would go ahead and bring this guy into the red zone because he is a complete liability. But yeah, he could be rainbowed, so technically you could build him full dodge because he's an int unit. And I hope he dodges. That's it with him, really, for the red zone. Imagine it's like you would only ever want to bring this guy into red zone to like do like a meme run and then say, hey, I won with this SSR cooler from 2015. But that's particularly it. Let's go ahead and see how many 200% leader skills this guy is on. So SR Final Form Cooler is only on 3 200% leader skills, and that would be LR Final Form Cooler's 200% leader skill. the Captain Ginyu 200% leader skill, of course, and as well as LR Metal Cooler's 200% leader skill. Now, we do have a problem with this guy being on LR Final Form Cooler's 200% leader skill. They literally share the same exact name, so if this guy was to come into slot 3, sit right next to this guy would not be getting no additional support or links off of this guy because they share the same exact name. So, what is good about this guy? So, the only thing I want to say that's good about this guy is the fact that he probably had some sort of use back in 2015. Hey, he probably did that I don't know about, because he's starting out with 1500 attack and defense at the start of turn. That technically is a start of turn attack and defensive buff. So somewhere in July of 2015, this guy was usable on some sort of team. So I gotta say that this is probably okay for 2015. I'm pretty sure he was good, and on top of that, he had big bad bosses, so of course that is a big W. Now, what is bad about this guy? I can't really go too hard on this guy because he's just an SSR from 2015, but if I was to say, probably the fact that this guy's not doing no sort of like proc on his super attack, because back then for those SRs and SSRs, some of them, like for example the SR Goldo being able to reduce enemies defense to 0, I believe. Yeah, the SR Goldo was able to do some sort of proc where he was able to debuff the enemy, and that made him meta. So that's the only thing I don't like about this guy, is the fact that he's not really doing nothing to the enemy that's affecting the enemy to help the team out. He's just doing his start of turn attack and defensive buff. That's it though. Really, I can't go hard on this guy because he's a 2015 unit from July. Yeah, July of 2015. Yeah, I can't go way too hard on him, because if I really wanted to, it's like the guy only has 4 links. He starts out with a flat number attack and defensive buff. He does extreme damage. It's like, come on, I can't do all that to this guy because he's an old unit. But yeah, I think that is really about it. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys are the best. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.